Hey, I'm Scott Milano, founder and managing director of Tange. We're a naming and brand language studio trusted by some of the world's biggest brands and boldest startups. Over the past decade, we've named more than 1,000 brands. Our names have helped create more than $26 billion in brand value. They've helped startups raise more than $2.2 billion. And our names have reached audiences trillions of times all around the world. Our clients represent over $2.4 trillion in combined market value. Big names like NFL, Sony, Nintendo, and JP Morgan, plus VC-backed startups like Array, Coast, LeafLink, Veeam, and many, many more. You've probably seen our work on products and companies like the Nintendo Wii, Ally Bank, and Coffee Mate's Natural Bliss. All household names with names that work. So if you're a global brand or a funded startup naming what's next, a new product, company, rebrand, or innovation, this is for you, because ultimately how you name it shapes how the world sees it. And this quote from Tom Friedman, whether you love him or hate him, sums it up. In the world of ideas, to name something is to own it. And honestly, that can't be more true than in branding. So if you've ever tried to name something internally, you probably know the feeling. Endless brainstorms, really strong opinions, and nothing feels quite right? Everyone wants something credible and creative. But the moment a name feels fresh, someone calls it a little too risky. You're balancing executives and investors who want safety, probably marketers who want some edge, and definitely lawyers who want clearance. And somehow you have to make everyone, and that's including yourself, feel confident before launch. That's where my team and I come in. We're an engine for ideas and a bridge for alignment. At Tange, we help founders and enterprise teams land names that earn trust, build pride, and actually clear legal. So you can launch with confidence, not chaos. Our process has powered brands at pretty much every stage of growth. Big enterprises like Sony, Nintendo, and GE, names that now live in $100 million plus products and $1 billion plus categories. And startups like LeafLink, Coast, and Array, whose brand launches help fuel $2.2 billion in funding collectively. We've seen what works when the stakes are sky high and how to find clarity in that messy middle between creativity and business reality. You see, most teams start strong, but stall fast. They run a poll, everybody votes, nobody wins. What's left is the safest, most forgettable name in the mix. And then they swing the other way, chasing creativity with basically no strategy. Lists pile up, Slack threads go wild, deadlines loom, and then options blur, because no one's confident enough to decide. That's the trap, and it's exactly what our process is designed to fix. So imagine walking into your next leadership meeting and everyone's pretty much aligned. No big debates, no major politics, just quiet confidence all around the table. Yeah, this is it. Imagine your new name holding its own in an investor deck, a series of headlines, or a product launch. Credible enough for investors, fresh enough for customers, and clear enough to travel the world. That's what happens when you stop gambling on creativity and start guiding it. Here's how we take you from naming chaos to clarity in 4 steps. Step 1. Naming strategy. We go deep with you to understand what we're naming, the ins and outs of what it's all about. Through research, audits, and workshops, we define the strategic foundation, what your name needs to do, say, and feel like to win in your space. We check in early, share insights, take you through some initial work, and gain alignment before the real creative begins. Step 2. Name generation. This is where we go wide. Our core and blind teams easily explore more than 2,000 names per project. Across styles, tones, territories, we basically don't stop until we've explored every angle your strategy allows. All right, step 3, trademark screening. Because smart ideas only matter if they're viable. We've run legal, linguistic, and cultural checks right in the process, so you can move forward confidently, mitigate risk throughout the process, and avoid surprises later. Step 4, candidate presentation. This is where we really bring it all to life. Each recommended name comes with a story, sample language, and quick visual mock-ups, so you can see it, feel it, and rally your team around the right choice. By blending strategy, creative, and hard work, we help founders and enterprises move from naming chaos to naming clarity. From what do we like to what fits, what's clear, and what moves us forward. You get a proven process that balances bold ideas with business realities. So your name just doesn't sound good, it works. Okay, here's a quote, and I love this quote. As Mark Twain said, the difference between the almost right word and the right word is the difference between the lightning bug and the lightning. So let's make lightning together. If you're naming what's next and you want to do it right, Let's talk. We'll set up a quick discovery call to learn what you're naming, where you're headed, and how we can help you get there. We do have a limited number of projects that we can take on in any given quarter. So if you want in before we close the next round, join our wait list through the form on this page. At the end of the day, once you have the right name, everything clicks. Your story sharpens, your teams align, and your brand begins to stand a heck of a lot taller. That's what great naming does, and that's exactly what we do at Tange.